Hey, what's good, y'all? This your boy Caseyville, King Self for Life Wrestler Takes. I'm here to give you my honest take about tonight's live Rampage. I know I'm an hour late. I've been watching basketball and I did look a little bit of SmackDown. Why did I do that? Um, Rampage is actually pretty good tonight. It should be live. I think Tony Khan should always be like this. Should be it. Rampage should be every Friday night at 6 o'clock, 7 o'clock Central. No, 7 o'clock Eastern, 6 o'clock Central, and 4 p.m. Pacific, if I'm not mistaken. And it should be live. This is how it should always be. Forget tape stuff. And speaking of tape, I thought Battle with the Belts was live. I did not know Battle with the Belts was taped. Man, I'm going to destroy that show tomorrow. I am going to destroy that show. I seen I heard it. I heard the results, and they not good. They not good at all. They ain't. And it's a good thing that TK pulled Jay versus Marina because knowing him, he probably would have been on some bull jive. That's why I'm going to destroy that clown tomorrow. Trust me. I'm gonna give him praise tonight, but you best believe I'm going to destroy TK. I ain't playing with this fool. I ain't playing with him. TK does this foolishness way too much. He does this foolishness, and man, look, let me go ahead and give him his props tonight. I'll give him his props tonight. But tomorrow, he getting cooked. I'm just calling for what it is. This behind getting cooked. You done heard it here first, fam. Caseyville Wrestling Takes, fam. I'm cooking Tony Khan tomorrow. Yes, I'm cooking his behind. I've seen the results. I'm going to watch the show. I'll give you an honest take about the show tomorrow. But this is about Rampage. So let's go ahead and break down the show. So we open up the show. They live from Garland, Texas. They was from the Curtis Coatwell Center. And they opened up the show with a trios match with the Blackpool Combat Club featuring Brian Danielson, John Moxley, Wheeler Yuta versus the Gun Club. That's the A boys and A son and A father, Mr. A and his sons, Billy Gunn, Austin Gunn, Colton Gunn. This is actually a pretty good trios match. This whole matchup was about Yuta, and I want to talk about one of my biggest influences in the IWC. Me and him chop it up every now and then. I'm talking about the homeboy, Mr. OTRS Central, Jeff. My guy Jeff is not a fan of Mr. Yuta. He doesn't see much in him. He thinks he's just a bland guy because he doesn't really catch his character, or whatever. And I'm with it. Yuta had to win me over. I think Yuta won me over because of how much of a beating he can take and how much he has improved in wrestling. I guess that's what his character is going to be. I get it. You want larger than life characters. I've been seeing this so many times with people. They say we need larger than life characters, and this guy's just not cutting. Listen, hanging out with Brian and Moxley did this young man wonders. He was going nowhere in the Best Friends. He wasn't going anywhere. This dude wasn't going nowhere in the Best Friends. This was the best decision ever, getting hooked up with Regal and crew. And this, like I said, this whole matchup was about him. And the crowd, they was pop, they was hot for the entire match. They was hot, and that's how you do it. Yuta gets the pinfall. He does a submission move on, I think it was Billy Gunn. I think it was Billy Gunn, if I'm not mistaken. Make sure, yeah. Let's see. Yeah, he got it on the Billy. Crowd went crazy. 1, 2, 3, match over. That's how you do it. This is how you create stars. Now I know people was complaining about Thunder Rosa's situation, how she ain't been used. I said that's TK. I told you TK got work to do when it comes to the ladies. He got work to do. We got to continue to create stars. That's the name of the game. That's what AEW is all about. Let's create superstars. Let's make people larger than life because AEW is going to be around for a long time. So Mr. Pure Ring of Honor champion himself, he did good. Moxley, Bryan, they did work. The Colton boys look good. Billy Gunn looked good himself. Like I said, solid trios match. Like I said, I'm starting to get used to the trios matches because they happening on a regular basis. And that should let y'all know that those trios championships are around the corner. I'm not sure when they're coming through, but they definitely coming. So we come to this matchup. This was a jobber's matchup. This was pretty much a match to get the Butcher over because he's getting ready to be demolished by Warlow on Wednesday night. So Sean Spears was out there on commentary trying to hype the Butcher up. He was going against some jobber named Barrett Brown. They said he looked like one of the Young Bucks reject. He did look like one of the Young Bucks. Like if the Young Bucks was on Make a Wish, that's what he looked like. This was nothing. This was a squash match. Butcher annihilated him in like a minute, and it was a wrap. Then we get a promo from none other than Dustin Rhodes, And he says he's been on the show. He handled Lance Archer the previous week, but he hasn't had the opportunity to get in the ring with the legend himself. I'm calling you out, CM Punk, and I want a match with you on Dynamite. Listen, I believe that's going to be a good match. I want to see that match. I didn't think like I said, I've never really knew that these cats never wrestled each other. Now, they have, but it was never in one-on-one. They did in like a 3-on-3, but I don't think it happened on the WWE's watch. I think it happened on some independent cycle or something like that. But it was a good promo from Dustin. Good promo, right to the point. So that's what we getting on Dynamite. So kudos to them. Now, there's been a lot of clowns that's been complaining about Ruby Soho being missing in action because she's been stuck on Dark. Ladies and gentlemen, Ruby Soho, I'm going to be honest with you, she really hasn't lived up to where she needed to be. And Tony said, I'm sending you down the Dark. Now, obviously, I think she was injured, so that's another reason. So he sent her to Dark, and obviously she was dominating on Dark. So we have the next matchup in the Owen Hart's Foundation Women's Tournament class qualification match. We have Ruby Soho taking on Robin Renegade. Now, Robin is a twin, and I'm going to say that because that's going to come into factor into this matchup. This is a pretty good match. Ruby has improved a little bit. She got some kind of she does some kind of move set, and it's a whole lot quicker than what she used to do. But the part of this whole match that got everybody to pop was when Ruby had threw Robin out the ring. Robin rolled under the ring, and then her twin sister, she rolled out. So Ruby was going against the twin. So a lot of people was like, are they going to actually allow the twin to go over? I said, no, that was just them trying to do their little version of twin magic from, remember how the Bellas did it in WWE? I remember when the Bellas first debuted. I don't know who they was wrestling, but they did that same thing. They was like twin magic. It was just one of them, and then the other one rolled up from the other the ring, and that's who she got in the ring and all that stuff. So they kind of did something similar to that. Ruby gets the win. Fine. I don't have a problem with that. There's been a lot of clowns that have been crying, and Ruby's not on TV anymore, and she's buried, and she's just a failure, just like how she was in WWE and all that stuff. I say Dark and Elevation are for cats to get better in the ring. It don't, like I said, it didn't mean nothing. It does mean something. It just doesn't mean as a continuation for the show. It's basically for cats to get ready. So when your number gets called to be on television, you be on TV. So I think this was a plus up for her going back down to Dark to get ready to be back in this position. So she moves on. Not sure who she's going to wrestle, but kudos to her for getting the win. Then we get the picture by picture with Mark Henry talking to Adam Cole and Hangman Page about their death match. They cut the promo on each other about what they're going to do to each other. And we get to the match itself. Now, I'm going to be 1,000% with y'all. I think the death match with Lance Archer was better. This was a good match. I'm not saying it was a bad match. It was an okay match. I think it was the best part about this was the storytelling that they was trying to do, and you knew everybody was gonna bleed like crazy. You knew Adam was gonna bleed. Hangman said, "You know what? I'm not gonna bleed from the crown of my head. I'm gonna bleed from my chin." He really wanted to be the Crimson Chin from the Fairly Odd Parents. That's what he wanted to be. He was bleeding all over the place from his chin. So the spot of the night was when they went outside the ring. Hangman wouldn't got the barbed wire off the chair, and he wrapped it around his arm, whacked Cole in the head with it. Then, now, I've seen people complaining about it. Today is Good Friday. For people who are of faith that celebrate Good Friday, you know what Good Friday is all about. It's about when Christ went into, he was being crucified and going to the grave. Y'all already know. So what he did was he took those barbed wires and he put it on his head like it was a crown of thorns. And I seen that, but I really didn't, I was like, is he trying to do like a mockery, like, say like, okay, that Adam Cole is supposed to be a Jesus type and he's putting a crown of thorns on his head or something like that. But when he took them and then they jumped through the doggone table, I said, man, that man is done. I said Adam Cole and them was crazy. Adam Cole and Hangman are some crazy cats. They are crazy as the best of bug. But like I said, this match was all about storytelling. Part when they went into the chair, when they put the two chairs in, they looked like they was playing musical chairs. They sat down, they looked at each other, started slapping each other back and forth, and then Hangman went and got the chair with the barbed wire. Now he actually had tied Cole up to the belt, to the ropes, with the belt, and so he was hanging there, and he looked like he was finna bash him with the barbed wire chair, and because he didn't bash him with the barbed wire chair, it was like, like, is he gonna go to that level? And the fans wanted to do it, then they started booing because he put it down and everything. But he retains his championship. Now the question is, what does everybody do? Because this is it. The feud is over. It's done. Adam Cole is moving on to somebody else, and now it's time to start presenting somebody else for Hangman. Who is that going to be? I'm not sure. I have no idea what Tony Khan is going to do next, but we'll see. Sorry about that. My printer paper was falling over. But we'll see. We'll definitely see. Like I said, Rampage was solid. Rampage got to be live. It has to be live. We're going back to the tape shows because they already advertised next week is going to be taped. And it's the matchup that was supposed to be on Saturday night, Jade versus Marina Shafir, that was pulled because everybody saw Marina is not ready. The girl is green as grass. She is not ready. So TK said, I'd rather just put it on a taped episode of Rampage and people just judge from there, and then we'll just find out about it once we see it next Friday night. But like I said, Rampage is great. Now, like I said, I heard about what took place on Battle with the Belts. I thought Battle with the Belts was going to be live. I'm not spoiling nothing. If you want to go out there and read the spoilers for yourself, you can. But I will be back here to give an honest take on it, and I'm going to destroy TK. That's all I'm going to say. I'm destroying him, and I got a valid reason to destroy him. I told I was going to give him praise for tonight. It was a good Rampage. Rampage must be live. I think the 6 o'clock time slot is perfect. 6 o'clock every Friday, live on TNT. Every Friday. That's how it should always be. Not this got to wait till 9 o'clock and it's taped because cats just going to go online and read about it. That's it, man. Like I said, reading and seeing the results and all that, it got me kind of ticked off right now. Like I said, I wanted to come on here, give an unbiased take about the show. I thought the show was great. But Battle of the Belts, ain't going to be a nice review. That's all I got to say. For my AEW brother that love everything AEW do, it's not going to be a nice steak. I'm just telling y'all right now. So I'll see you cats tomorrow night. This is your boy KCFL King, Self-Life Wrestler that takes. Y'all already know what to do. If you're new to the channel, feel free to subscribe. Make sure you hit the like button. Share this all over the place. Y'all already know where to get at me on Twitter at Beast of Blessings. You know where I'm at. If you want to interact with me, I'll talk to y'all cats later. Holla at your boy.